Modern fandom has become a pursuit of total information. Enthusiasts maintain sprawling databases and frame-by-frame wikis, logging every background detail and continuity error across decades of television. A new sci-fi comedy pitch, AI on the Satellite of Love, explores what happens when this analytical impulse is pushed to its absolute limit. The protagonist, Aiden, is a developer who finds it easier to parse code than to navigate a conversation. He spends his time within a niche community of cult movie fans, looking for a way to truly belong. Aiden's plan to secure his status is to build an artificial intelligence system capable of mathematically analyzing all 200-plus episodes of Mystery Science Theater 3000. This creates a tension between the machine and the media. The show is built on handmade sets and loose, improvisational energy. Applying cold, rigid data extraction to that chaos might reveal something new, or it might miss the point of the comedy entirely. Aiden lovingly names this new tool ServoLens. The system operates on a visual taxonomy chart, separating footage into host reactions and movie stills. By measuring physical distance to the lens, it tracks frame-by-frame proximity to identify the most extreme zooms in the show's history. Aiden views this dataset as his entry fee into the community. He operates on the belief that perfect technical insights will grant him the social standing he's been unable to find through casual conversation. Aiden and Riley feed thousands of hours of archival footage into the system, watching decades of low-budget cinema process in mere hours. The AI begins to identify patterns in the timing of the jokes, finding mathematical commonalities in how the hosts react to the screen. It extracts absurdly specific metrics, like the exact screen time of the character Torgo in Manos, The Hands of Fate, or the precise focal length of the most uncomfortable close-ups in the movie Ika. This scatter plot shows the result of that processing. Most of the show sits in a tight cluster, but that single outlier in the top right represents the extreme, mustache-heavy close-ups of Rousdower in The Final Sacrifice. The experiment is a technical success, but there's a side effect. As the team spends their days staring at proximity graphs on scatter plots, they find they've stopped laughing at the actual movies. The team organizes a New Year's Eve marathon to unveil the AI's top 10 list to the local fan club, treating the event like a high-stakes data symposium. But the system begins to overreach. ServoLens starts generating anomalies, including predictions about episodes that were never released, pulling the focus away from the show and toward the machine's own errors. Aiden's insistence on the AI's accuracy starts to create friction. When the fans try to joke about the movies, he corrects them with data points, and the room begins to cool. As the evening becomes a lecture on focal lengths and frame rates, the communal energy of the marathon fades. The jokes are being buried under the weight of their own measurements. By the time the countdown to the #1 episode begins, the atmosphere in the room is tense. The fans are waiting for a payoff that data alone may not be able to provide. The screen counts down. 3, 2, 1. At the moment of the big reveal, the system crashes. The organized data grid shatters into digital static, and months of analytical work disappear in an instant. With the screen dark and the AI dead, Aiden is left standing in front of the crowd without his charts. The technical barrier he built between himself and the audience is gone. To fill the silence, Aiden and his crew have to pivot. They start riffing on the static itself, improvising jokes about the broken tech and the absurdity of the situation. The room responds. The tension breaks not because of a perfect data point, but because of a shared, spontaneous moment of humor between the people in the room. The machine could calculate the proximity of a face to a lens, but it couldn't account for the timing of a punchline or the way a joke builds momentum in a crowd. While an algorithm can map and categorize every frame of a show, it can't participate in the experience. The data provides the structure, but the community provides the laughter.